I don't want to talk much about Academies at all. I want to focus my remarks on the purpose of the conference and what we're going to do next in terms of campaigning. Because you've heard an awful lot in a short time and I want it to be a discussion, so forgive me if it's shorter than I would normally say. But I think there's three things that I want to focus on, and particularly in the workshops that people can discuss later. But three things that I've identified that I think we need to focus on are strengthening the alliance, supporting local campaigns, and raising the profile of the campaign nationally. And I'll just say something about strengthening the alliance. When it was first conceived, the idea of the Anti-Academies Alliance was that there were partners involved, and I think the platform today reflects that partnership. It is about parents, it is about governors, but it's also about MPs, local councillors, and the teachers, the support staff and their trade unions. And I think maintaining that, particularly at a local level, can be really difficult. Sometimes you can find yourself in a campaign in a town, whether it's in West Sussex, whether it's in Doncaster, whether it's in Barrow, and you might not know someone from each sector of the alliance, and it's hard, but that's a key focus of what we've got to try and do. We have to build a network of people in local areas. So part of that strengthening the alliance is actually about money and about finance and about affiliating to the alliance and making it a more concrete thing, because the Academies Alliance is supported by unions who give us donations, but the real issue is affiliations from local branches across the country. From individuals, you can affiliate as an individual, but your local trade union branch can affiliate. And these are absolutely crucial. If we're to continue to have conferences and produce material, we're going to need many, many more affiliations at a local level. The other thing that you can think about as well is making sure, I mean, a lot of us, like me, will be in the NUT, but there are lots of people here who are represented in other unions. I know people from PCS, from Unite, from GMB, as well as Unison and the education unions. It's crucial in those unions that we take up maybe have a fringe meeting at a conference, we have resolutions to local branches, we have resolutions to national conference, so that we make this an issue not just about education unions, but for the whole movement. This is an issue for the whole movement. Someone said earlier, this is about, I think it was Christina said, we are, you know, all trade unionists can be parents. It's not an education-only issue. It's an issue for all parents and all unions. So we want to try and expand it out just to the education unions. The next thing that we want to focus on is how to support local campaigns, because I mean we are a collection of local campaigns on a very tenuous national body. We now do have someone working on a national basis for us. But we face a very well-oiled propaganda machine. The government puts in huge resources. The Academies unit inside the DCSF is very well staffed. They put millions of pounds into propaganda. If you look at the leaflets they put out for consultations, it's always most professional stuff. So we have a challenge there to be able to rise to their level of propaganda. And we have done it. We've had some fantastic research come out from Terry Wrigley, from Roger Titcombe, and hopefully you'll be able to hear that in the workshops. But we're trying very hard to put that to create more of an information base for local campaigns to use. So we're thinking of producing more fact sheets, we're thinking about national broadsheets, we should be able to use in local campaigns, but we're also thinking about a national speaking tour, so that we will be able to get a group of national speakers who will be able to come to your local area and hold public meetings. So that's how we want to support local campaigns. The last thing that I want to say is about raising the profile nationally. It's a tricky business. We have had a lot of interest over the year, sporadically I say, from national newspapers. Journalists will phone us up and say, what do you think about this? What do you give us a new story here, give us a new story there. But there's something, you probably think to yourself, oh, what would be really nice would be a national demonstration against Academies. That's hard where we're at now. We want to have a national profile, so we're thinking that perhaps sometime in the autumn we could go for some sort of lobby at Parliament, where it's in a similar way that we did with the Committee of Inquiry, we had groups come from all over the country. That sort of national focus. The other thing that we're also concentrating on, and I urge anybody here who is a local councillor, the key decision-making process in this is actually the local councillors. I know that Lord Academies puts an immense amount of pressure on them, and local councils find it hard to say no, but we want to try and conduct an argument with local councillors about local democracy and about the future of education. So we want to try and build a network of local councillors, like we're trying to do with the network of MPs. I mean, Kent Purchase put down an EDM, 33 MPs have signed it, recently EDM 94, I can't remember the exact number. So we are working at Parliament because we do want to tackle the key decision-making areas. So those sort of things, and I think also there's probably room for a similar sort of thing with governors as well, where we've got parent governors, teacher governors. We should have some sort of network so that we can fine-tune the arguments at those levels. So those are the key priorities that we've identified with the Academies Alliance. But this is a conference for you lot, and the workshops are there for people to come up with ideas, and we will gratefully accept them. We'll have a national steering committee. I can't remember what the exact date, but we'll let you know before the end of today when the next national steering committee is, so that we can collect all the ideas from the conference and continue the campaign. So thanks for coming, and I hope the conference goes